just got your real estate license. Now what? This is what we're going to talk about today. How do you get your buyers ready for our busy market? Is the real estate market going to crash around us anytime soon? That's
I'm
the
here to
question
talk
for
to you
today.
about how to be a better agent today.
Hey everyone, this is Ann Rudd, and I'm here to help you be the better agent. Have you set goals for yourself for the second quarter of 2022? Hey everyone, Ann Rudd here, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about goal setting. I did a little coaching call this morning for a brokerage, and we talked about goal setting and how to launch into the rest of the year by setting strong goals and specific goals for yourself for second quarter. Now look, we already are halfway, a little bit more than halfway through the month of April. So we have roughly 2.5 months left before the end of the quarter. And what are you planning to do with yourself for the next 2.5 months through, in many markets, a very, very busy time of the year? I know for us, I think in the Charlotte, North Carolina market, the April, May, June months are the biggest selling months of the year. I might be wrong, but I think we're spot on with that one. And so if you don't have a goal, how do you know what to do every day? How do you know what to spend your time on? So I'll give you a couple of tips, and maybe this will help you a little bit. So the first thing I want you to do is get really specific with your goals. Don't say, hey, look, I'd kind of like to make $30,000 in the quarter. Okay, that's great, but how are you kind of going to do that? Get specific. Either units, amount of commission, whatever you have to do. For me, I work off numbers of 5. So I want five transactions in the month of April. That's fine. That's great. So go with a specific either number or GCI or income after your commission split. Okay, whatever works for you, but get real specific with that. Now, number 2, I want you to look at your lead sources in your business. Now, if you're a new agent, you may not have a lead source. You need to develop your sphere of influence. I live in the South, we call it sphere. But develop that sphere of influence and work through the people that know you and love you. But if you do have more than one lead source, go through each lead source and figure out how many transactions you want from each one. One of my largest lead sources is actually agent-to-agent referrals. I receive a lot of referrals from agents, and I close those folks pretty regularly. So my referral partners know that I'm a closer, and they usually send me multiple buyers or sellers every year. So I have that I want you to do. And then how do you figure out what's next? So let's say, for instance, for the next 2.5 months, you want to sell 5 more properties. Okay, you want to put 5 more homes under contract. So how we work that is, in the coaching world, we've figured out that most agents average about 50 meaningful conversations per closing. Now, you can't call your mother 50 times unless she's going to buy 5 houses from you, and that's fine. But what you want to do is have 50 meaningful conversations, and I'll get to how often you're going to call in a second. But I also figured out that we're going to be working minus some weekends and some time off because, kids are out of school and stuff in June, 50 days from now until the end of the second quarter. So we're going to be working 50 days. How many phone conversations do we need? We need 50 phone conversations, meaningful phone conversations per closing. So seems like you're going to do 250 meaningful conversations in that 50-day period. Okay. Now, that's 5. Okay. 5 meaningful conversations a day. But I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you. I'm going to break it up. So I either want you to do 3 follow-ups and 2 brand new conversations with people, or 2 follow-ups and 3 brand new conversations. So if you have a database, if you've been doing any lead generation, maybe you've got a lead that's come in that you've never spoken to, or maybe you have some leads in your database that you need to call. There's a follow-up and a new conversation. So make sure that you are having those conversations. And yes, I do count text messaging as long as it's a meaningful conversation. Now, I know I'm touching on something that not a lot of people want to talk about these days, which is phone calls. Look, guys, real estate is a contact sport. You can't live under a rock and sell houses, okay? You can't be a secret agent and sell houses. You've got to talk to people. You've got to call people. You've got to text people. You've got to continue to follow up. This is how you hit your goals. This is how you build a business. You become the CEO of your business, is by doing the things that you need to do to give you power in your business and to bring in revenue. And I hate to say it, you can't social media it to death. You can't sit on Instagram and hit like 5 trillion times a day and think that you're going to sell homes. You're not. You've got to talk to people. Talk about real estate. Take a look at what's going on in your MLS. Know your sales numbers. Know what the average sales price in your area, town, neighborhood, MLS, whatever it is. What's your average day on market? Get to know these numbers very, very well so that you have something to talk about. And if you don't have anything to talk about, let me know. I can help you with that. But look, guys, you've got to talk to people. You can't live in a cave and sell homes. This is not the business for that. So get out there, get specific on your goals. Look, people with vagueness they don't make it in this business. You've got to get real specific, set your goals, take a look at your lead sources, and then make those phone calls and those text messages to have those conversations you need so that you can close those houses you need. Because look, at the end of the day, you're not in this to sit in an office and drink coffee all day and not make any money. This is how you make money. This is how you sell homes. This is how you help families. So I hope this has helped you today be a better agent. I know goal setting is not easy. And the first couple of times you do it, you may be kind of pulling those numbers out of the air. But set a goal. Do your best to reach those goals. You might surprise yourself. You have more skill than you think you do. And I do hope that you hit those goals. I hope this helps. Come back. We'll talk about some other real estate stuff on how you can be a better agent. I hope you have a great day. Bye.